let's go on to the next slide
Okay.
because that I thought this was interesting. I forget why. Oh
The
yeah,
White Woman Whisperer Mutual Support Group. What?
this is example of black leftist privilege. This woman who's mixed has a white
What?
parent. She has white women pay her to, and it's $5, and she has 3,000 members to teach them how to be good white women towards people of color, which I hate that.
Imagine if you did the opposite. Just
Yeah,
reverse the
and
races.
so she recently did a video. And I was watching her stuff on TikTok. She recently did a video where she told white women that that just because there is a possible black female president, you guys need to not stop doing the work. Now you guys think that you don't need to do the work, and you guys need to keep doing the work to like whatever they bow down to black women, basically. So yeah, she's got 3,000 members of her White Woman Whisperer Mutual Support Group. And these are some of the comments on her video. She's like, could you explain do away with that? Do you mean like no longer do you want to do what you were doing? I completely agree with what you said. I just want to learn. I just
Oh my
teach
gosh.
me.
These people are so
Yeah.
pathetic.
And then the other one's like,
self-hate.
I didn't even consider the excitement could be from relief. Thank you for your POV. I promise not to stop working. Like these white women will literally
The self-hate. I mean,
her.
You want to talk about internalized racism? That is the real epidemic of internalized racism.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
White women in this country,
liberal
white women in this country have been. There's a large segment of them that have been brainwashed
white women
to hate themselves.
Yes.
It's crazy.
They feed
it's
each
so
other.
sad.
Yes.
Yeah.
The liberal white women and liberal black women, they feed each other. They're just like, it's really kind of a toxic relationship. I'm going to put that out there.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically I thought that was really stupid, but just the type of, this is just an example of, like, imagine if there was a black woman whisperer mutual support group and it was a white person trying to teach black women on how to, anyways, moving on.
How to be a good black woman. Yeah. That would be on. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, this is this is near us. We live in Florida and there was a huge rainstorm, and I just want to show you guys some of the all along the Gulf Coast. There was a rainstorm.
This wasn't our house, so we're fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But we saw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought this was, we're almost done. We got like maybe a few more slides. How many do we have left? You control.
Just a reminder, I want to bring this comment back because it.
Kamala Harris.
Joe Camel.
Oh, okay, so Kamala Harris and her asking for donations, man. So that you go to her website, that's all she has on her website is asking for donations. There's no.
Oh, so you. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, you found the necklace.
Yeah, so there's no policy. There's nothing, right? If this doesn't scream dictator Kim Jong-un vibes, I don't know what it was.
Champagne liberals is what they call them, right?
Today is the day I hope you will donate. And she has a $62,000 Tiffany necklace.
That's great. I'm going to, just for a second, I'm going to make this bigger on the screen.
Yeah.
So you can see that. That's crazy. $62,000 necklace while she's asking for donations.
The thing is, I feel like, Trump, obviously, he's got a ton of money and he flexes his money. He earned that money, right? But these career politicians, these people that have been in,
it's all your tax dollars.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just that, I thought that was pretty disgusting, especially coming from Democrats that are so hypocritical. They're like, we're here for the poor people. We care about the poor people, but donate money to us and let me wear my $62,000 necklace. Like, yeah. Looks like a slavery chain. Yeah, that's true. Those are some good comments, man. Yeah. All right, next one. I was going to go into this. I feel like it's kind of an old story, but the only thing I really wanted to say on this.
Yeah, be careful. She might.
Yeah, she's suing people now. So that's part of the reason why I'm saying she. But the interesting story about all of this is that the actual, how do I say this? The biological males that aren't hermaphrodites, which we're thinking this could be a hermaphrodite, right? that aren't hermaphrodites, they actually weren't allowed to compete this time around.
Yes.
And there's something to be said for that, because during the Olympics 3 years ago, the weird pandemic Olympics, there was this trans athlete, Laurel Hubbard. Sorry. What that name too, Laurel. Sorry if your name's Laurel, but made Olympic history competing, and this same athlete couldn't compete this year because the rules changed. So there's something to be said about the fact that biological, the ones that were like, because there is. So I just wanted to make that point that there is some victories that have happened this last 3 years. Like,
it's better than it was.
We didn't see the swimmer, Leah Thomas, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the name. Yeah,
that person was banned from competing in the Olympics. So there is something to be said.
Yeah, the ones that were allowed in are the truly gray area, like 0.5%,
they failed
if that.
Yeah.
So
that's something to think about. I think we need to make sure the rules are clearer than what happened.
I still don't think it's fair that these people were allowed to beat up on regular women, but it's better than the full blown, like what you said happened before. Yeah,
exactly. So I just wanted to point that out. I'm not going to go deep into this, and they'll take it down. So exactly. XY chromosomes. We need to make that clear. We need to includes XY chromosomes. So
exactly. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Okay, moving on.
Kamala Harris hasn't given a media interview in 17 days. I thought this CNN headline was so biased. Listen to this. Trump's campaign cranked up pressure on Harris to do a major media interview, hoping to goad her into a forum in which she's historically been vulnerable.
What, like having microphones in front of her and answering questions?
For our president?
That's crazy.
What about try to negotiate in Iran. Like, this woman can't do a major media interview, but we want her to be president.
It's just, Kali, that's not her strong suit. It's not her, cameras and questions. That's hard. That's hard.
Jar Jar Binks. Come on. You can't unsee it.
Yeah, Jar Jar. Yeah, seriously. I like the Joe Camel.
Yeah.
That is just, I mean, the level of propaganda. Please, people, can we not have this woman in the White House? Because I don't know if I can stand this level of propaganda for 4 years.
Oh, me neither. But you know what? We'll see. Yeah. All right. Next one. Oh, there's the AI image.
Okay, so here's my question on this. And I've seen this come up, and then I've seen it at different places. Like, who shared this?
Harry.
Is it?
So it's that one white kid that's
like their surrogate. It's not her campaign.
No, apparently, this is what I've heard is that.
But he's kind of paid.
He got. Oh yeah, absolutely. So, who knows? But they're trying to say that some of the images aren't AI, and that if you say any of her stuff is AI, then you're, doing fake news or whatever. But I thought it was funny. This one right here, the lady grows another arm.
Yeah.
The image on the left, she has another. Where's that phone coming from?
I don't know. Well, you don't need AI if you do a Beyonce concert at the DNC.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right. So can you fill a high school gymnasium without having a multi-platinum artist show up? That's what I want to know.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, there's the AI image. More on Waltz. So Waltz turned Minnesota into a sanctuary state for child sex changes. So what that means is that any state that banned children from getting a surgery that would mutilate their body, they can now go to Minnesota to get that sex change, and it's a sanctuary state for them. So that means that if there's a law that's against in their home state, they will be protected in Minnesota.
Just insane.
Yes, same with the doctors. He also turned his state into a destination for late-term abortions, a sanctuary state for that. And that's not just late-term abortions for medical necessity. That's different.
Elective.
Yeah, this is elective late-term abortions. And he also made it so that they're no longer reported. So that means that we don't even know how many are being done in that state. And these are babies that are in the third term. And then he also provided free college tuition for undocumented students, so for illegals. I still am paying my student loans.
I know.
Like, this pisses me off. And then the period products, that also makes me mad, because I can't tell you how many times in high school I needed a tampon or a pad, and like they weren't available in our schools. And the only time now they're finally stocking them is because they want to make sure that people that are bleeding in the boys' bathroom can have access to. I'm like, now you finally care about women, like young people high schoolers needing tampon products. Anyways, so they're trying to market this guy as a moderate. There's nothing moderate about this. That's all I wanted to say about this. This is not moderate stuff. This is like radical stuff.
Radical.
Yeah. And then again, I wanted to share something about Kamala that's not well known, that in California, when someone goes to prison, that taxpayers will pay for an inmate's gender reassignment surgery. And this was because of the work Kamala Harris did in California. She is the one that worked to make sure that prison inmates can have California taxpayers pay for prison inmates to get a sex change surgery. That's all I got to say. I mean, it speaks for itself.
Just say that right there.
Yes. And a lot of people know about this, but she's bragged about it. It's on video. You can actually, this is the first one happened in around, it was a case where in 2015 of a prisoner male who wanted to become a female, and the state paid for his full-on surgery, which what they do to men down there is like, it's
horrible. I mean,
barbaric. It's barbaric. Yes.
And yeah, these people are going to be,
and California taxpayers are paying for it because
it's extremely expensive too. Extremely expensive.
So this woman is so creepy to me. I don't know how anyone's voting for her. And if you have someone that you know that's voting for her, send this video to them. Maybe this section. I might even edit this down to be just this section, because if they're still voting for her with this type of stuff, they need help. They need help. But anyways.
Okay.
I think we're almost done. I think this is like the last two, right? We're almost here.
Yep.
I thought this was interesting that Noah Lyles in the had COVID when he was running the 200-meter race. And if you guys this is so crazy to me, because when COVID first happened, what they were doing to people, now
I want to see the test, prove it.
For that. But anyways,
for him.
He was allowed to he was hugging people. He knew he had it. He was hugging people.
Interview right after.
He was out on the field. His team knew, and no one is mad at him, right? But let's rewind 4 years when this man tested positive for COVID, didn't have any symptoms, went home, decided to not stay at home, and they sent an officer to station outside his home and kept him because he didn't self-quarantine. Made him stay in his home. Kentucky. Yes. So I just wanted to juxtaposition that.
Yeah. A cop outside your house to make sure you can't leave your house in Kentucky. That's insane.
And you know what the left is saying about this? They're just like, well, the virus isn't as bad, and it's not. We didn't know what we were dealing with. Well, that's how all viruses are. Like, you guys, we never know what we're dealing with when they hit this country. It doesn't mean we have to act like crazy people.
I know.
You know? And we need to use common sense. And it's come out that they didn't help at all. The lockdowns, all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't say it, even though science has now proven us right? But without fear of being censored. So anyways, I thought that was interesting that he was that no one's outraged about the fact that I mean, you remember the COVID Olympics was very creepy. I mean, it was I didn't even watch it. I remember I couldn't.
Yeah, it was too disturbing.
It was like everyone was in masks. It was just weird. It was like, okay.
All quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just wanted to vent on Snoop Dogg earning $500,000 a day as an NBC reporter for the Paris Olympics when he's allowed to have a music video where he shoots a sitting president in the head.
Yeah, mocks
and
it. Yeah.
And he's allowed to post on Instagram and call Black conservatives racial slurs. He had a post where he had Candace Owens and David Harris and other prominent Black conservatives and called him a racial slur and put a raccoon on it as well. Anyways, if anyone on the left, if anyone on the right had done anything like that, he would be canceled 10 times over. But here's this guy earning $500,000 a day because he's got Black leftist privilege.
Yep. Do whatever you want.
Yes.
Nuts.
Yep.
Nuts. So this was fun. This was
I think there's one more slide.
Is there?
Yeah.
I thought you said 24.
That's it.
Yeah, you're right. There's your final slide.
I want to end on a positive note when we do these. Leave people with some positivity.
You know where he is right now?
Where?
His little head is on my knee, and he's in my lap.
So that's our dog Eli when he was a puppy. I have so many puppy videos. He's not a puppy anymore. He's a big boo-boo now. He's like giant. 17 pounds, but that was when he was about 2.5 pounds, and he was so cute. Yes. And that's Eli. And thank you so much. Those of you that stuck around for the full time, God bless you guys. Those of you that tuned in a little later, you can watch the full thing if you want. We go over everything I saved on my phone for the last week. News stories you may not have heard of. Share this with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And
we'll try and do this again next week.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. I already have a bunch of stuff. I could probably do it tomorrow, but God bless you guys. And we'll do this again soon.
Sounds good.